Last time... Indestructible cock. Life for demons was like the human renaissance.
Ooh.
Love their fairs. I stared at Diana, and she smiled.
Stared at her cleavage, more like it. That is really nice cleavage, though.
It is. What are those angles on her necklace?
Love can't exist for me.
Yes, it can, Diana.
You're a human deer.
I'm not a human deer.
Don't shoot me! I'm not Bambi! You like me, you like me, you like me.
Where's my inhaler?
Where do you need to go?
A cemetery. There's something I need to do there.
Why did she need me to go to the cemetery? Did she have a human friend she needed to say goodbye to? At our feet was grandfather's gravestone. It was untouched, and as clean as when I last remembered seeing it.
In a blind need, I recast the spell and used that man's life force to open the bridge once more and seal it completely when I walked through. I didn't know I was taking the rest of his life.
I was right both times.
I don't want to attack her, so I think we should just run away. Because then she'll come comfort us.
Just run away crying.
That's perfect.
You know?
Yeah.
That way she's coming to us instead of us going to her.
Yeah.
It's like...
I needed to leave. I needed to go. I quickly turned and ran, hearing Diana call out for me from behind.
Negatives! Wait!
I ran, and I didn't look back. I couldn't look back. She started all of this. She was the one who turned my world upside down. She was the reason for this chaos I was in. She took my grandfather away.
And turned my dad into Keanu Reeves.
At least now he has a rad-ass bow for his hair.
Yeah.
I ran through the gates of the cemetery.
Jesus.
And through the streets to my house. This time, the world was in slow motion, and I was the one going in fast forward. I didn't care what was going on around me. I just needed to run. My heart began to freeze in my chest, pained by the feeling of needles and knives piercing through it. Tears were running down my face, but I knew where I was running. I ran through the front gates of my house and sprinted inside. I zipped up the stairs and ran into my room. As I slammed the door behind me, I began to weep violently. I leaned against the door and slid to the ground, crying. My world was crumbling, and I didn't like it. My world was broken apart, and I didn't want it.
I'm gonna stop crying now.
Okay.
Just keep crying.
All I could do, though, was cry. My heart denied me from thinking about anything else. I cried. I continued to cry. I let my heart empty of its pain with each tear that ran down my cheeks. We never get too serious in Team BlueCoin here. My scream echoed through my room, bouncing around and reverberating into my ears. I didn't care if it hurt to hear it. I didn't care about anything anymore. All I cared about was crying. I curled into a ball and cried.
Cried into my vagina.
Fucking sad. Vagina tears.
I didn't even know when I passed out. I didn't remember closing my eyes and letting darkness take me.
Isn't that, like, the worst, though, when you cry yourself to sleep?
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, am I the only one who does that?
No, I go to bed every night.
Oh, God.
To Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue is the most depressing thing ever.
I go to sleep every night.
It's always you cry ever, Tim.
It's seasons 1 through 5 because Xander hasn't figured out how to get me the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But go see.
Sorry.
It's if Dylan's idea works.
Yeah, which I haven't tried yet.
You're just hoping.
Yeah. The darkness was comforting.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Yes.
Damn it, I keep feeling a burp, but it never comes. I felt my sadness.
Yeah, her vagina feels. It keeps getting laid, but it never comes. Oh.
I felt my sadness numb within it. There was no reality in that darkness to haunt me or hurt me. I wanted to stay within it forever. However, my body forced me to open my eyes. I saw the room focus around me, and I realized that I was staring at the ceiling. I was in bed under my covers. I sat up and looked around, stopping to see Diana leaning against the balcony window, looking away from me. Why was she here? Did she carry me to bed? I felt my anger wanting to speak out against Diana, but I noticed the puffiness around her visible eye. Had she been crying? Seeing her bloodshot, puffy eye made me fully aware of my own eyes and how dried they had become after crying. I rubbed my eyes and let out a shaky sigh.
I'm sorry.
I stared at Diana. My heart didn't want to hear it, but I let her speak.
I didn't want to come here in the first place. I only thought of bringing the boys back to protect my kingdom, so everything else became secondary. I didn't mean to take his life.
You did.
I did. I can't ask for forgiveness, but I am still sorry. Nice.
It had to be sad.
Yeah.
If
Sad
I
deal.
could turn back time, I would find another way.
You know, it's because of you that I met the boys.
Huh?
I looked to my blanket-covered lap. I remembered the funeral, the moving, the meeting with the boys. Everything came at me at once, and now I had the one puzzle piece that fit it all together.
If my grandfather hadn't died, he'd still be living here. He'd be the one taking care of the boys instead of me. But he died and gave me his estate, so I came here and met them for the first time.
I looked to Diana, seeing her sad face. I could tell she really regretted her choice, and she was upset. I couldn't sense any deception in her.
I guess I have to thank you for introducing me to them, and to magic, since my grandfather couldn't do it himself anyway.
Diana looked down, pressing her lips together and closing her eyes.
I need to take your memories now. A deal's a deal. I fulfilled my part and told you everything. I had nothing left to tell you, and you can't keep those memories.
They're trying to really sad.
It's a sad beagle.
Being a beagle is really sad, though. They look like really
They
sad
always
dogs.
have goofy faces.
Yeah.
Little beaglies.
I didn't speak. I watched as Diana argued into the air about taking my memories. It felt like she was now doubting the deal, not wanting to take away the truth from me. Did I want her to? This was my chance to return to ignorance. I'd never remember that she took my grandfather's life. I'd never remember everything she showed me and taught me. I'd return to normalcy.
You don't take my memories.
Obviously.
Yeah. Diana stared at me, a look of almost despair on her face. I, however, kept my eyes to her.
You took away my grandfather. What gives you the right to take my memories away?
But I'm
not done speaking yet.
Itch, jeez.
Wait your turn!
I raised my hand long enough.
Diana shut her mouth, listening obediently. I needed to speak my mind. She had no right to take anything away. I knew the truth now, and that was all that mattered to me. Screw the rules.
I have money. I deserve to remember anything. Everything. I was thrown into this mess because of you, my love of Kenya, mac and cheese, and soda. No one has the right to take anything away from me.
Diana took a step towards me, and I was ready to snap at her. However, she gently leaned over me and ran a hand over my head.
All right.
Just patted my head. Good girl. What?
I won't take your memories.
Fuck yeah, you won't.
I stared up at her in shock. Was she serious?
Were you for real?
Are you like 5 real right now? Like, hang on, I gotta Instagram this. Diana.
Just hoping it just
Yeah.
boobs. Oh, sorry, that's as real as I can get. That's as high as I can get.
Diana smiled at me and stood back up.
You're right. You deserve to know everything. It's the least I can do.
I felt almost joyful. She agreed with me. This was a huge deal. I still didn't forgive Diana, but it was better to know than to be left in the ignorance. Eventually, I would be able to move on. But until then, Diana was willing to stay and teach me the life my grandfather knew in redemption. It was something.
Head back to sleep and I'll teach you more in the morning. I'll stay a few more days until you know everything.
Something felt off, but I nodded, feeling exhaustion drift over me again. Was it natural? I didn't know. My head began to spin and I needed more rest. Diana gently laid me back down and moved hair from my face.
Rest.
No.
You're kind of far away.
Yeah, you're really far.
Rest.
There we go.
Sorry, I was getting comfy.
It's okay. Yeah, this is very... As if from a spell, I closed my eyes and fell back into an unconscious darkness. My heart was healing, and it would take time to heal. Thankfully, it had time now to heal and to grow stronger. Diana obeyed my word and stayed with me. She owed me so much already and stayed with me for a good week. Within that time frame, she not only taught me everything she could, but she also assisted me in learning some of my own hidden magic. I could barely believe it. I had demon magic floating around my veins, and I could use it at any time. If I had learned about how to use my powers earlier, I would have been as strong as a demon. Diana explained that humans who learn of demon magic attract demon energy and have the potential to use some of it just like demons, but their full power can only be unlocked in the demon world. Being that my grandfather spent almost his whole life learning about demon magic, his energy carried through my father, then to me. When my dad left my grandfather, his energy diminished, but when I came to the home, mine began to grow. According to Diana, I shouldn't have as much energy as I have. I guess I was lucky.
And obviously skipped our dad, because he's a puss.
Yeah.
Well, our dad's kind of a dick who bitch slaps us. And
Whoops.
Honestly, every time he slapped us, he gave us his energy.
Yeah.
Right. He was refusing us mac and cheese in Kenya for a reason.
Yeah, it's because he loved us. I love you! Everything was fascinating. I felt waves of excitement and energy run through my body. I was aware of the energy I held and the magic around me. I could even sense Diana's energy, as powerful as it was. One night, however, as I slept, Diana began to waver.
What am I doing?
I heard Diana mutter, waking me up from my sleep. I opened my eyes and peeked over my covers to see Diana looking out my window. She looked tired and restless.
I need to get the boys and return home. My kingdom is in danger. Maybe I should call an angle.
My heart froze. She could call on an angle? It would baptize me and make me forget everything. I panicked, but I heard Diana sigh.
But she makes sense. Why should I marry to protect my kingdom? I should be able to... Well, would I? Me against the Demon Lord's entire army. I'm not that strong.
I slowly sat up, looking to Diana still. She seemed to only focus her attention out the window, unfazed at my rousing.
She's strong, though. The magic in her veins could win me this war. But I can't take her magic. I care too much. I care for her too much, but she's just a human. But...
Diana sighed and opened the window.
I need to leave. I have to fight him on my own. I'll use the rest of my energy to get back and hopefully recover when I get there. I hope he hasn't already attacked or is ready for me.
Diana stepped out of the window and stood on the balcony. Was she really going to leave? What about me? Was she going to leave? Okay, ask the same question twice. What about teaching me everything? My curiosity was peaking again, and I needed her here. I don't know what drew me to her, but I quickly rushed out of bed and ran to the balcony.
Wait!
How beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Diana turned around and stared at me in surprise. However, she tightened her hands into fists and turned back around.
Go back to bed. I need to go.
But you...
I need to go. I'll be back someday, but I need to protect my kingdom. Without the boys, he'll attack at any time, and I need to prepare myself instead of waste my time here.
I couldn't believe it. She was really wanting to leave. I overheard her. She wasn't confident about winning. She probably couldn't if he was as powerful as she claimed. I'd never see her again.
Take care of those memories while I'm gone. You'll need to keep them a secret at all costs. If Angles find you, they'll...
Take me with you.
I couldn't believe what came out of my mouth. Diana turned to me, almost surprised at my words.
What?
I couldn't deny myself. Sorry. I needed to fulfill this curiosity, and if Diana was going, I was going with her. If I wasn't with her, maybe she could win her fight and then come back to the human world with me. If I was with her. I think I said wasn't.
That's all good.
An adventure. My heart felt giddy for some reason at that thought.
Take me with you. I overheard you. I have the power to help you win your war. I'll help you, and then you can come back with me and teach me everything.
Everything?
Everything.
But I don't deserve your help. I
demand it as a deal, demon.
Diana straightened up, staring at me in disbelief. I almost couldn't recognize my own voice.
In redemption for my grandfather's life, which, I keep using that as a bargaining chip, you will take me with you, teach me everything, then we'll go to Kenya, get mac and cheese and soda. I will then win you your war, and in return, you will return with me to the human world to continue teaching me everything, and then I will... Oh, I'm sorry, that's a bottle. And then we will take over Kenya.
Yeah.
Diana stared. I couldn't tell what was going on in her mind. Was she angry? Sad? Surprised?
Horny?
As Diana closed her eyes and smiled, I felt a wave of relief wash over me.
A tongue of ice, even when faced with danger.
Diana then looked at me and held out her hand.
Come then, help me open a portal and I'll take you with me.
I nodded and placed my hand in Diana's. For some reason, it felt nice to touch her hand like this. She was going to take me on an adventure I could never forget. Then she gently pulled me to her, and both of us began to float up towards the night sky. Diana's embrace seemed safe, and I felt better being in it than out of it.
Sorry, Grandfather, I'm a lesbian.
Diana looked down at me and ran a hand over my cheek.
Yes.
You lied.
Oh, sorry.
You don't know how much this means to me.
I nuzzled into Diana's hand and closed my eyes. Diana gently lowered her hands to my waist, staring down at me as I opened my eyes.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
You intrigue me.
I giggled.
You mean...
Hey! Bringing that back. All right. We went just full circle. This is probably the... Oh.
Seduce the succubus!
We fucking did it. I had no idea we were gonna... Wow.
Full circle.
Awesome.
That makes me so happy.
Diana chuckled and grinned at me.
Yes, you seduce me.
I smiled before gently reaching up and kissing Diana softly. She stared surprised before closing her eyes and gently returning my kiss. There was no pool of energy, nor warm, fuzzy enthrallment. It was a simple kiss. It was the one kiss I felt was perfect to start my adventure with. The sky began to melt into darkness as Diana and I kissed each other. It wasn't heated or passionate, yet that kiss spoke many languages to me. Diana liked me and came to care just a little for me. Was this the start of something? Maybe. It was too early to tell.
Maybe in the sequel we'll know.
Yeah. Maybe we'd find romance in the demon world. Maybe not.
God damn it, why you gotta be so cynical? Maybe not.
Maybe not. We'll find out.
Maybe the hotter lesbian in the demon world.
It all depends on that.
What if you find Eris again?
Oh, ooh.
I think we'd try for both.
Yeah.
Try to play the fence with both of them. Be like, yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too. I love both of you naked, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
I still had 100 battles to face, 1,000 memories to make, 1,000,000 stories to write. However, this was the chance I needed in my life. And that was my happily ever after. And my adventure won.
Aww.
Aww. Finish the game.
I'm actually kind of sad.
We seduced her! Oh.
That's so nice.
Oh, we're getting a fucking song? Yes!
Wow.
Yeah. So, how do you guys feel?
I feel...
That ending was just...
I feel like, you know the feeling you get when, like, you're watching, like, a show and, like, and they walk into the sunset and you're like, they better have more than this fucking thing, because if they end it like this, I'm gonna be pissed off.
And...
That's the feeling right now. And they have more, it's coming, so...
You know what it kind of feels like for me right now?
Huh.
I gotta be the main character, so, like, I felt more into it. I feel, main character here.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to...
I'll
kiss
be
the
honest.
succubus.
Yeah.
I actually feel like this last chunk...
I need to replace those names.
with all of us.
Pickle 131. Caprini.
That was, of course, he was
Aw, Mr. Hanson, Will Wood.
That's the song that should be playing right now.
Yeah. Do you guys ever, for video games you guys play, you know that one really feelsy mission? That kind of,
What?
like, that really gets you into your character?
Yeah, the one that, like, really grabs you
Yeah,
and,
like,
pulls you into
I'll
the game.
say, like, Deus Ex Human Revolution, when you play that and you have that one where you're with where you get that one side quest with the lady who actually raised you as a baby. There's a quest for that, spoilers. It's a game, how old? And it really gets you feelsy, because it's, like, the first time you actually, like, learn of your character's past and stuff. That's what this whole thing felt like. This is the first time I actually felt real feels going on.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I just play visual novels more often than this, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of used to that. There will be times when, like, I was playing Katawa Shoujo, and that's like a school with a bunch of disabled girls or whatever.
Oh my god, I know that
Dude,
game. Oh.
I cried so fucking hard. It was like at 5 in the morning. I was playing the game.
Yeah.
And it was before school
Well,
the
no,
next
I
day.
had Mineko and stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I did
yeah, that
Mineko
totally
and
counts.
stuff because fucking spoilers for that game. I still feel feels over that game. But no, I meant like out of all the games we played,
My name's gonna be there in the next game.
yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah. But I meant out of all like the chunks we recorded, this is the first one I felt real feelsy with.
Yeah, especially with TeamBlueCoin, yeah. There's
No,
like-
no, I meant out of all the other chunks of this.
Oh, yeah. Like, I like how we slowly descended into really caring about this game. Because
Yeah.
first it was like, oh yeah, this will be funny. We'll voice other characters.
We're gonna get raped, yeah.
Yeah, rape.
I felt like the story really kind of got into its own when we met her.
Yeah. Like, this entire chunk was like, this was that lady chunk.
Yeah.
So many feels.
Genuinely interested in what she was saying
Yeah.
and
Like,
stuff.
I never, like, I didn't even want to make jokes. I was just like,
I feel like maybe we would have had that if we tried harder with the boys.
yeah, maybe.
You know?
Or who knows, we might have gotten feels.
Yeah. I meant, like, if we would have tried harder with the boys, we might have gotten feels with them a little earlier.
Instead of, like, going for laughs more so in the beginning.
Yeah.
But you know what? I still like
I liked how we went.
Oh,
I liked
that's
how our
right.
turnout went.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see how the second one's gonna pick up.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, there's 3 lesbian choices and then all 5 of the guys, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Barbed dicks, crab nipples, and Richard's pickles.
Please just don't ask. All right.
Wow.
They're probably like the high-paying guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really interesting to see how the second game's gonna pick up, how they're gonna do that.
Crap nipples.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I just want to get in, like, we need to play some more visual novels.
Yeah. That's why I really kind of want to do Long Live the Queen.
Oh, we'll get there. No doubt.
that is a visual novel?
It's more of a game. That's why I'm a little hesitant in getting into it, because it's a bit complicated.
Yeah, well, we'll explain it after this. Explain it to you. But yeah. Bye.
Michaela.
You the best, Michaela.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
rock.
best. I don't
well
even know what
done.
the fuck you did.
Can I like?
You created a game.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fucking go you.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, that's because you said it's really hard to get hers, right? You said it was-
Diana's?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of, you could have had some really bad endings through hers. Like, I mean, very obviously there was the one where you could fall through the demon teeth pit thingy.
Of course, yeah. That would have sucked.
Another one, I think, was, like, you know, if she erases your memories, you're like, alright, well, fuck, I'm just going back to regular life, and that's, like, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
her ending is just like, there's a bunch of shitty options you get if you don't choose the exact thing to get there.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, think about it this way. That's the ending they probably don't expect a lot of people to get to first try.
Yeah.
Most
Right.
people said they get Eric first try.
That's one who I wanted first try, actually. I say that because he actually reminds me of another anime character, and I'm like, oh, sweet.
Which one?
I don't actually remember, but he's like, it's vaguely familiar to something.
Grell
I think that's where I'm thinking.
from Black Butler?
Yeah.
The red
Red hair.
hair and the chainsaw. And the,
He's in the vest, too.
Yep.
He's just missing the jacket. Think about how much detail I probably went into the main guys.
Yeah, and then
Reveals.
we go after her.
Yeah, lesbians. We went after the most desired path. Alright.
Listen, so I just want to thank everyone
Yeah.
for sticking through with us. We finished game 1. We made it. And it
finished the game.
feels sad, but
It feels
there's hope for
feelsy.
the future, because
New game.
new game
They're gonna
coming
do
out.
another game.
So I just, so glad that we got to make this. We get to make what we like making here at Tabuka.
Tabuka.
BlueCoin.
Brooklyn.
TeamBlueCoin, Desi.
Desu, no.
Oh, let's spoil it. What day are we recording? December 12th, 2015. Anybody want to guess what month it is currently?
December.
February.
I'm gonna say,
What if we posted this on Valentine's Day?
that would be adorable. I'm gonna say March. Happy maybe
Wait, how long
March?
have we been recording?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Well, the last time...
Probably. I'm actually gonna say it's gonna end on my birthday.
Okay.
Oh, March.
March 10th.
March 10th. You're going for a specific day.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm going for... I'm actually gonna check the calendar
Okay.
and see if that's even... What day does Seduce Me end?
It's Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My birthday's on a Thursday, so that can't happen.
Well, what are the Tuesday dates?
The Tuesday days.
Is,
Yeah, it's the
is
February
Valentine's
14th.
Day a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Hearts going up.
Aw, no, it's on
Tuesday.
Sunday.
Ah.
Oh well.
We'll throw it up there anyway.
Yeah.
Special.
Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Like if you liked. Subscribe if you really liked.
Which should have. I think it's off now.
Because we really liked you.
Yeah.
Thanks
That
for
and-
sticking it out.
Then, by the time this actually ends, Seduce Me 2 should be out.
Maybe.
Because they hopefully
Didn't it
gave...
come out? I think they said like March or May of 2016.
Yeah, so-
I don't remember exactly.
So roughly.
I could
Not bad.
put it on the scrin there. That's
Yeah.
the day that it comes out. So when you better fucking believe that on that day we are recording.
Actually, no, I honestly say we'll figure out what day it is, and we just fucking live stream it.
But then we
But if we do a live stream, we could have another camera doing our faces. So.
or by that point we probably have a way of recording it. I don't think we should live stream it just because the atmosphere is very different.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. I don't care. I'm just happy we're going to be live streaming for New Year's.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Well, we already did.
I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
that was a lot of fun. I
Where
can't
am I?
believe Blank won the game.
I can't believe I had such sweet pants.
Yeah, those are pretty awesome pants.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Yeah.
Did you hear what kind of pants I get to wear on New Year's? They're Pokemon pants.
Oh.
They're sweet.